Hey. Okay, check 1 2 3 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 and 1 2 and 1 3 4 4 4. Okay, I guess we're yeah. Do an intro. I do an intro. Okay. You mean aside from the regular intro? Okay, well I can do that. Okay, so this song is it brings me back in time to days when I was quite young and actively working. I was in a band that was working pretty much every weekend, and we were quite young. Dad was an important part of our band. He would always take us to the gigs, and he was integral because, well, he had the driver's license and he had the car. We had the trailer, but no means to move it. And Dad always so graciously, and I don't know that we ever told him we appreciated it, but we certainly did, because he would go to every gig and he would be there while we unloaded this thing and set up our equipment, and he'd take off before the show to just get out of our hair, I guess, and probably figured I'd be embarrassed to have my dad around for the show, and it was good. I never had to say anything, and although I don't really think I would have been embarrassed, but I don't know. Maybe at the time I would have. Hard to say. Nah, safe to say I probably would have. But anyway, Dad, without fail, he would always show up right around the end of the show. And for the last song, I would typically look out in the audience and he'd be there. Never failed. And he'd be listening to the band to see how we were doing, I guess. And and he'd be watching the audience, trying to gauge, I guess, their reaction. And probably a way of telling what our moods were going to be. If it was a good gig and people were dancing and enjoying themselves, having a good time, he knew we'd probably be in a pretty good mood too. And we would load up and he'd take us home, and this was usually in the middle of the night. I think it was a lot of sacrifice for a man who was trying to help, trying to do everything he could to make my career as successful as possible. And we would typically, at that point in time, we were ending our shows with a song. It was a ballad. It was "Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying," a Gerry and the Pacemakers song. A very, very beautiful song, and just sort of a night end cap, if you will, and just to close out what was normally a successful show. Not always, but normally. Anyways, I often thought, just once, just one time, I would like to replace this song with a song for my dad for all of his contributions and all the help and all that support. And without him, just would really not have been possible. And I think that those years, they formed my future, where I was going to go. Anyways, that song went a little bit like this. He isn't much in the eyes of the world. He'll never make history. No, he isn't much in the eyes of the world, but he is the world to me. My dad. Now here is a man. To me, he is everything strong. No, he can't do wrong, my dad. My dad. Now he understands. When I bring him troubles to share, well, he's always there, my dad. And when I was small, I felt 10 feet tall. When I walked by his side, and everyone would say, that's his son. In my heart would burst with pride, my dad. Oh, I love him so. And I can only hope that someday my own child will